Hello my friends, welcome to another episode of Warhammer 40,000 Inquisitor Martyr. My name is Wilfred. So some of you have requested me to test out the multiplayer or co-op game mode of this game, and I'm happy to do it for you guys. So this morning I called up my friend Mark and asked him if he could join me to just try out the multiplayer. And yep, I mean there are some surprises for us as well, because different ARPG implement the multiplayer in a different way. But I think from what I've seen so far, despite some glitches here and there, it is possibly one of the most rewarding multiplayer experience that I have played from other games as well. So I'll go through that a little bit in detail. But if you just want a very quick summary, is that, well, multiplayer is fun. Some missions are easier to do in a group than say solo, because missions like data hunt or mission like silence a gun, one of you can just hit that F button while others just stop all these kind of like mobs around you as well. So I think that is a bit of collaboration there. And I do observe that sometimes the start can be a little bit slower, because it does need to contact the server, so as to speak. It wasn't that long. After a while, you kind of get used to it. But it does seems to have a longer loading screen as well, from what I've experienced. So this morning I play, both of us play around 9 missions, and I was trying to experiment a few things here. So first thing first is that very interesting is that the loot as well as the enemies are being adjusted to the character's level. So my friend was level 17 and I am level 80. So we picked up a mission that's 9 level above us through the character card. So it's a 89 mission. But he seems to be able to survive. So that lead me to think that the game actually adjusts accordingly, like World of Warcraft. So it's pretty fun. The loot also adjusts accordingly, so whatever job you can use as well, not having some kind of really high level loot that you cannot use. So that is also very, very nice as well. I do find that the my friend is able to level up quite fast as well. So he was level 17 and managed to get to level 44 by the time we stop. I'm not sure, is it because of the XP gain that I've got for the mission that kind of like handed to him, or I'm not entirely sure. But having said that, the clear speed was pretty good, although I couldn't use as much teleport as I could, because my friend would have left behind, and I have to clear everything, right? Because you just cannot leave all these mobs around for him as not really well geared for that purposes. But I do find that the if you are able to do like 9 level above you with such a clear speed, I guess the XP you earn in the initial stage would help you to get a pretty fast kind of gain on XP. So I think that's cool. And speed running someone possibly not as fast as Diablo 3, but I guess it's a possibility there. So yeah, I mean that is something I found out as well. So it's pretty cool. You can play with the lower level kind of friends. It is just that because my friend is a new player, so he wasn't really aware of some of this mechanic or how to gear the character properly. He even struggled at level 17. So imagine a map 9 level above him. That of course that kind of like caused a little bit of difficulties for him. But I think over time people do learn and people can play together. I do find that just like Diablo 3, I guess, if one of the character has a really high mobility, the one that doesn't have the high mobility may lag behind a little bit. But then with all these missions, usually you could split up, like either for the rescue or for the silencer gun, or just purge as well. You could split up. So I don't think it's going to be that much of hindrance on that part. I don't really encounter a lot of issues when I play the multiplayer. The only one that you probably have spotted at the beginning of the video is that there was a glitch when I was like somehow landed somewhere different from my friend, and there was like I'm not sure whether it is a Psyker kind of like a glitch. Maybe I teleported outside the platform and landed somewhere strange. So it could be just a glitch with the Psyker rather than the multiplayer. But other than that, nine missions in, we couldn't see anything that is different. I mean, any glitches and so on. On the another good thing about playing multiplayer, of course, is you'll be able to resurrect each other should one of the character get defeated, and that is a pretty good plus, because if you play alone, if you get defeated, then one life is wiped off from the stats. So that applies for Void Crusade as well. We did a little bit of testing. I sacrificed one of the mission just to lose a life, both of us, to see what happened, and yes, it does minus one life. However, if one of you still survive, you could resurrect each other as well, and it doesn't count as a mission defeat. So that is pretty cool. And besides, if you want to have the full kind of achievement on Steam, you do need to play a little bit of multiplayer. One of them is to resurrect each other for X number of times. So yeah, that's pretty cool. So yep, the loots are very much tied back to you, like I said, and the at your level. So I think after I played this multiplayer against others I've played, I think loot-wise it's easier to distribute compared to, say, Path of Exile in the past, whereby we have to kind of drop things on the floor and just pick what you want. It's better than Diablo 3 because, you know, everybody, even if you're low level, can contribute, and the loot is relevant to you, not just locked to the level of the player. But of course, it doesn't have the speed kind of like a leveling compared to Diablo 3, but that's okay. I mean, this game is a little bit like Path of Exile, whereby leveling means something. It's not just you get to level 100 within, like, you know, less than an hour like Diablo 3. Alright, so I hope you enjoyed this video, and yes, both person has to click the quit button before the mission is ended, so just another point to note. So if anyone want to loot something because they haven't kind of finished the mission per se, you could, not like Diablo 3 Rift, whereby you may get kicked out if one of you quit the dungeon. Alright, so I hope that this video has been useful, and as always, feel free to drop me a note or comment. I'm happy to answer. Have a nice day. Goodbye.